Hey everybody, it's Charlie James. New poll from Fox News. Drastically different than the poll put out last week by Fox News. Last week it said 51% of Americans wanted Trump impeached. 51%, the vast majority of Americans want, well, there's a new poll out. 46%, this is according to Fox News, I don't even believe this one. 46% of Americans want Trump impeached and removed from office. 48% say no. Now, even the polling company had to come out after, well, it was discovered that some of the polling data was wrong. They weren't really sampling enough Republicans. You really think half of Americans want the president impeached? I'm not buying it, because why? Half of Americans don't even understand what it's about. Half of Americans don't. Not the ones they polled anyway. So what is it about? Well, we don't know. It's just about them hating Trump. That's all it is. It's constantly that. Yada, 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 yada. We hate Trump. We know. We understand. We get it. Orange man, bad. It's horrible. Jeez. We know. You've been talking about this since before he even signed an executive order, before anything else happened, before Kavanaugh, before his judicial appointments, before any of that. We knew that you wanted him impeached. We know. So Fox News comes out with this poll last week, said, and then they had to amend that. It's just more fake news. You know, ABC showing that alleged firefight over in Syria. Turned out it was a firing range in Kentucky. How much more wrong can you be about something than that? A 12-year-old could find that out on the internet. So now we got Hunter Biden. By the way, we got the big Democrat debate going on tonight. We'll have details and highlights for you tomorrow on the show. So Hunter Biden did this interview on Good Morning America this morning. Why? Why today? Why would it be today? Well, because his dad's going to be on stage tonight at this debate, and they don't want him having to answer any uncomfortable questions about his daddy getting him these jobs on these boards or his influence. Even during this interview, Hunter Biden said that if his last name was not Biden, he would not be on the board in the Ukraine for their energy over there. So it's pretty amazing. So in the interview, they asked him, what qualified you to be on the board with the Ukrainian energy? And his response was, well, I was on the board. I was a vice chair of the board of Amtrak. My next question would be, what qualified you to be on the board of Amtrak? Then they asked, the reporter asked, would you have been on the board if your last name was Biden? He said, probably not. No, probably not. Oh my goodness. Now listen, I'm not opposed to somebody using family ties or connections to get them positions. Happens all the time. Seriously, happens all the time. Would George W. Bush have been president if his last name weren't Bush? Would Jeb Bush been as far in life as he's gone if his last name wasn't Bush? Really, seriously. Even here in the Low Country, if you have certain names, you get certain things. It's par for the course. It really is. Best thing you can do is go out there and make a name for yourself and pass that on to your children. I mean, even I have benefited from not the influence of my grandfather, but by my grandfather's good name. People knew him. People knew him to be an honorable man. Still had to go through all the processes. I believe I got a job at a mall. That was it. Oh, your granddaddy. Oh, I knew him. My father, got a job at a mall. Nothing big, I promise you. But the Democrats are going to be debating tonight, and they don't want Joe Biden to have to answer any questions. So we'll see. We'll have those details for you tomorrow. But it's just where we are right now in this country. Even Chelsea Clinton said, this is not the America I want to raise my children in. Hey, I agree with you. This isn't the country I would want to raise children in either. You're exactly right, Chelsea Clinton. I'll give you kudos on that. You're exactly right. This is not the America that I want to raise children in. No, absolutely not. And why? Because of what you guys are doing, what these folks on the left are doing. We don't know what bathroom to use. Chelsea Clinton said that somebody with a beard and a tallywhacker is absolutely correct when they consider themselves a woman. Is that the country you want to live in? No, absolutely not. Where a man can just identify and use the women's shower or the locker room, and there's nothing you can do about it if this American, the Equal Rights Act passes. That's what we're talking about. I agree with Chelsea. I'm not so crazy about this country right now either. I wish it were better. I wish the Democrats would accept the results of an election. I wish the Democrats would stop this coup. I wish all the backstabbing and leaking and everything that's going on in the White House, I wish that would stop. How much further along would we be as a country if these people would just shut the hell up and let the president get on with his business? What has he done? He won the election. That's his biggest crime. And so far, that's all they got. I'm Charlie James. This is Unscripted. Shaking my head on that.